Ayman Khan here for Seconds Out with Irish boxing royalty Andy Lee. Andy, sir, how you doing?
Good. I'm not sure about the royalty, but yeah.
Well, I'm definitely sure, and this crowd are definitely sure of it too. Look, there was a question I wanted to ask you. Look, you got Paddy Donovan under your wings. Gary Cully was there with you during the Q&A. For someone who has very much left an impression in Irish boxing public's minds, in this day and age, what has an up-and-coming Irish fighter got to do when the spotlight is so much fought for, given the new social media age of having to promote yourself on there as well? What have they got to do to really impress?
There's two schools of thoughts, I think. You can be maybe like Gary, a little brash, a little, go the Conor McGregor route and really sell, whether it's real or not, just, talk loudly and try and get yourself noticed. I was always very humble, quiet. I think people just respected me because I fought the best, I fought hard. Didn't always go my way, but in the end I got there, and it was a redemption story type of thing, and that kind of captured the imagination. So I don't know. It's you have to have the goods in the ring. You have to be able to do the business, because all the social media and talk, if you're not doing the goods in the gym and in the ring, you'll be found out soon. So you got to talk the talk, but also walk the walk.
Are those ingredients there that you have and that you've seen the Irish boxing public take to in someone like Paddy Donovan, and what will we see from him this weekend?
Paddy's got it in spades. He's confident, but he's humble. He's quietly confident. He probably privately he's quite brash, but in front of the camera he's very humble. But he can punch, he can fight, he can box. He's skillful. He's flashy. And I just want people to see how good he is. There's no better platform now, this opportunity on Saturday, to really launch himself, make a name for himself. It's a shame he's on so early, maybe a lot of people, but he's on at 5:30. If people can get in there at 5:30 to see him, it'll be worth it.
Activity key for him this year to really kind of grow his platform?
Yeah, he's got we had a couple of frustrating years. We were top rank, and they are one of the best and treated us the best. I can't say a bad word about anybody from the top, from Bob Arum down to the bottom, and the whole organisation. They're phenomenal, classy people. They treated us so well, but they just couldn't give us the fights we needed for this stage in Paddy's career, and they let us go. We were, it was a mutual agreement. So very fortunate. Paddy fought in April. Now we got this opportunity. And as his manager, he's got to keep hustling, hoping to get him a deal. If he does the business, he's got to do the business now. He knows this is his audition. And if he knocks out this guy, looks well, who's not going to be easy, then he's in good place.
Main event is a huge fight. Look, a lot of people, when it talk about Katie Taylor, they say she might be showing signs of slipping. People who notice that first are people who are watching, but maybe fighters notice it last. From your point of view and your eye, when do you know that? And do you see those signs maybe with Katie at all, like people sometimes say?
If it is the case, she's still good enough to beat anybody in the world. Her ceiling was so high. But I don't think. I think what you see with Katie is the bigger the challenge, the bigger the performance. She'll step up. Serrano, Persoon. She's found a way to win every fight, and that's all you. That's what I mean. She's the best female fighter of all time. So, I think this talk of her demise, I think they're a bit premature. And I think you'll see a great performance on Saturday, because, as I said, the better the challenge, the better she is.
Serrano rematch, the one you want to see?
I love this fight. I think it's a tough fight. I think it's a great fight. And Katie's always going to be in good fights. Mm-hmm. There's some good fights out there for her. But this one, Serrano will be a good one as well. But Katie's already beaten her. If it doesn't happen, I'm happy with the first one. She got the great win in Madison Square Garden. It's going to be very hard to top that.
A few other things to brush through. Joe Parker out this week. Am I correct in that? Over in Australia, is it, I believe? What's the latest with Joe?
Joe's fighting in Melbourne, May 24th. He's fighting Vaiga Palau, Django. Tough competitor. I think he's 20 wins and 2 losses. With, again, activity. You got to keep busy as a fighter. You can't be a professional fighter and fight twice a year. It's just doesn't coincide with having good performances. He's got to stay active, stay busy, and that's what the thinking was behind this fight. It's a quick turnaround. We trained for 4 weeks in Dublin. He's been in Australia for a week, and he's got 1 more week to go. So he's in his fight week now, and he's in good form. I'm flying over Sunday. We'll be there for the fight. I had to stay here for my commitments with Paddy and commentary.
I really admire your boxing insights. Can you tell me, look, there's a much mooted Saudi tournament featuring Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. If that fight does go ahead, who do you favour in the fight?
I think it's a 50-50, whoever lands first.
Both men are very dangerous, both men are very vulnerable still, I think. And I wouldn't read too much into Joshua's last performance. I know what it's like after a loss. Fighters are always hesitant. You see it time and again. But he got that one out of the way. He's built his confidence back, hopefully a little bit. He's still one of the top men in the world.
There are some who are writing his demise, maybe saying that he shouldn't take the fight with Tyson Fury, with Deontay Wilder, because of the risk involved. Do you share any sort of sentiment of that sentiment itself?
No, I think the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And you have to raise your game. You know, everyone does the same. You're fighting the person you expect to beat. It's very hard to motivate yourself, especially when you've been a champion and been at those highs. And these guys should be taking a leaf out of Katie Taylor and Chantal Cameron's book. Fighting each other, fighting the best, making the best fights.
A couple of final things for me. Tyson Fury versus Usyk, hopefully getting that fight. Do you not believe we'll get the fight?
I don't know. I'm sick of talking about it because even with the Joshua Wilder fight, it's all theoretical. It doesn't exist. Until I see them stand on a stage facing off, it's not worth talking about. But Tyson will beat any of them. All of them. Tyson's the best in the world. Everybody else is second fiddle.
We'll leave that there, Andy. Much appreciated. Thanks for speaking to Seconds Out, sir. Good.